Happy Tuesday. Unit 3. Unit rates, day 2. We are graphing today. Once again, you will have a quiz, most likely on Friday. Could it happen on Thursday? Sure, but it won't. It's going to happen on Friday. Some of you have seen this before. Actually, let me phrase this. All of you have seen this before. It is called a coordinate plane. Every single one of you has seen a coordinate plane. Copy it down. What is a coordinate plane? Coordinate grid, whatever you want to call it. We have two lines that are called axes and axis. The plural of axis, bless you, are axes. They are named by letters. This horizontal line, the line that goes left to right, which letter is that line? X, good man. This line is our x-axis. Which line is our vertical line? Renee? The y. This is the y-axis. And then you'll see things like this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will mostly be staying in the positive realm of the coordinate plane. Not that you need to know it, but this positive realm is called quadrant 1. What would these numbers down here be? Good, Luke.
Negative.
Yeah, they're the opposites. They're negative. This is like a number line. That's all. So these are my negative numbers. Which means going left are also negative. So this is a coordinate plane. We're going to come back to this. We are going to graph what are called ordered pairs. An ordered pair is always in the same order. It will be in these parentheses with a comma in the middle. Which letter comes first? I need more than Owen. I need more than Luke and Owen. Come on. You've got two letters that are up on the board. You can take a wild guess. Cece. X. X comes first in the alphabet. X comes first in my ordered pair. Now, I know this is going to catch you off guard. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ella, don't look so happy, Ella. Which letter comes second? Why? No. Which letter? No, why? No. I want you to give me a letter. Don't ask a question. Which letter? The letter Y does come second. Very good, Ella. So our ordered pair is always X first, then Y. So you might have an example of this ordered pair that says 1, 4. To graph 1, 4, we start right here where it crosses. What is this specific spot where the x and y axis cross? Leighton, what do you think?
Origin.
The origin, very good. The origin is at 0, 0. This spot here is 0, 0. So if I want to graph 1, 4, I'm going to start on my x-axis. I go over to 1, and I leave my pencil tip there. And then I go up to 4 on what? My y-axis. And I put my point. This is orange. Let's do dark blue. So here's example 2. Let's go 3, 1. So if I'm going to graph 3, 1, what do I do first, Connor? Do I worry about my x? Do I worry about my y? X. So we start at, what's this point called? Who remembers? Raise your hands. What's this point called? Carly.
Origin.
The origin. We deal with the x first. We go over 1, 2, 3, and we leave our pencil tip there. And then the y is up 1. Everybody still with me? Let's do one more. Let's do pink. So I want you to graph 5, 3. Go ahead and graph 5, 3. So on your coordinate plane, you need to graph 5, 3. Who feels confident? Okay, Maddie, come on up. Come on up. I'm going to stand like this in front of it. Nobody can see. Go ahead, come on. Come on. Wait. Go. Go. Nobody can see her now. Like I'm blocking. Go away. Let's see if she got it. Here we go. 5, 3. So, there's my marker. So we're over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Questions on how we graph? Anybody? Now, there is one more style of graphing that we're going to use, and it is called a T-chart. Who's ever seen or heard of a T-chart before? And I should see a bunch of hands. Okay? A T-chart looks like a T. I know. Which letters do you think goes on the left? And Y. So if I give you this coordinate, 0, 4, 3, 5, and 1, 1, we should be able to graph those 3 points. Now, how do we do that? First and foremost, each line is an ordered pair. So, in my T-chart, 0, 4 is a real ordered pair. 3, 5 is an ordered pair. 1, 1 is an ordered pair. Could I graph these now? Absolutely. Let's start with 0, 4. We start at the origin. My x says 0 places to the left or right. So that means we don't move it. The y is up 4. Questions on that one?
You guys are doing this on your graph right now.
Yeah, I know how to graph, guys. I passed middle school math. It's probably a good idea if you do it as well. 3, 5. Start at the origin. Go over 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last but not least, use this dark green, 1, 1. Start at the origin. Over 1, up 1. There we go. This is using a coordinate plane, using a T-chart, using ordered pairs to graph. Questions on these? Unfortunately, this had very little to do with our actual lesson. I know, it sounds funny. You have been doing this since when?
Oh.
No.
First or second, figuring out how to plot things.
Yeah, you've been doing this for more than 3, 4, 5 years. I wanted to make sure, though, that you saw that I knew how to do it, too. I don't want you to think, oh, man, Mr. H doesn't know how to graph. Now you know that I know how to graph. Right, Rebecca? Right. Good. So we need to know how to graph. But what does this do with unit rate? Well, let's go back to unit rate. What was a good definition for unit rate? Come on, I need more hands than this. Jess. Good. A rate that has a denominator of 1. Okay? We know that. I'm going to keep stressing that unit rate has a denominator of 1. So what else do we know about unit rate? To find. Nope, don't like it. Changing it up. Unit rate is a constant. Constant means it does not change. Something is constant, it stays the same. Everybody with me? Unit rate is a constant named variable K. So, if I ask you to find the unit rate, we could always say K equals. Unit rate is now a K. That is the variable that is associated with unit rate. Well, if we were to graph how would we find unit rate? So this is our overarching question for the day. If we were to graph, how would we find unit rate? Here's step 1. Step 1, anytime that we are finding unit rate, there will be an equation. The equation is y equals k times x. What was k?
The variable. The name.
Unit rate. K was the variable named unit rate. So to find unit rate, we divide x, we divide y by x. So step 2 says it's y divided by x equals k. This right here is what we want. To find the unit rate, we take our y's and we divide it by x. So listen again, to find our unit rate, we take our y, we divide it by x. Okay? Y divided by x. You must, if you have been lazy and not copying down anything, I would copy down this and the next example. Everybody with me? So it's going to say 300 miles for 10 gallons. Okay? The first question is going to say, find the unit rate. This is no different than what we've been doing. This is no different from what we've been doing. How do we find the unit rate? What am I going to set up? Cece. 300 miles over 10 gallons. How do I find the unit rate now? What do I need to do?
Divide.
By what?
And you divide the 300 divided by 10.
What am I going to divide both by, Leighton? By the denominator. To find unit rate, we always divide by the denominator. So, miles stays on top, gallon stays on bottom. 1 gallon gives me 30 miles per 1 gallon. Everybody with me? Fill in the chart. And then you will see this. X, and in this it will say miles. Oops, no, it won't. It will say gallons. And it's a T chart. And then you'll see Y is miles. And I'm going to have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are using this 30 miles per 1 gallon. Here's my question to you. Based off of this, y divided by x equals k. Which is my y? Which is my x? Which is my y? Which is my x? Ms. King, which one's my y? Miles or gallons? Miles. The one in the numerator is my y value, which means the denominator is going to be my x value, right? Okay. What's the equation always? Y equals kx. What was my k? What did we just find? The unit rate. What's my unit rate? K. So I'm going to set up an equation to fill in this chart. You have to. I'm going to say y equals, what's my k? Which is, what was the unit rate? 30 over 1, x. I had to find my k first. Then I can make an equation. I have to find my k first, then I can make an equation. Now we are substituting in. Well, it's giving me my x value. So where am I going to substitute my x value in? For which letter? Which letter will I substitute my x value in for? Owen.
Okay.
Not quite K. If I'm telling you this is my x value, so 0 equals x. 0 is my x. Which one of these letters is 0 going to go in for? What, Maddie? X. 0 is x, so it goes in for x.
So guys, when you look at the chart right now is giving us what this x is going to equal in the equation. Okay? So if it says x in the chart, in this x column, when we move on, that number, that value is what we're going to use in the x spot in the equation, okay? Make it as simple as you can. X, the value for x is going to equal x. All right?
So watch what we're going to do now. I'm going to use this equation, and I'm going to say y equals 30 over 1 times 0. Why? Because 0 is my x value. If I've got 0 gallons of gas, how many miles am I going to go? 0, because 0 times 30 is 0. So y equals 0. Everybody with me there? Yes? Okay. What equation do you think I'm going to use to find out how far I go for 1 gallon of gas? What are we going to do? Lydia? Okay, so that's the right mathematical operation. What equation am I going to use?
Are you going to use the y equals kx, or are you going to use y divided by x equals k? We're going to use equation 1 or 2 on the board. Which one did we use before? We're solving for what
Owen.
value?
Equation 1.
Equation 1. We'll be sticking with this equation to find y. So I'm going to say y equals 30 over 1 times, what's my new x value if we're trying to find 1?
1.
1. So I'm going to do 1 times 30 over 1, which is
30.
30. So y equals 30 miles. Everybody with me? What am I going to do for 2? What equation am I going to use to find out how many gallons or how many miles 2 gallons gets me? Go ahead. Number 1. So I'm going to write, we've already found K. I write y equals 30 over 1 times, what's my new x value? Renee? Times 2. So now I've got 30 times 2. What is 30 times 2? 60. What do I have to do for number 3?
Y 30 by 3.
So I'm going to say y equals 30 over 1 times 3, because we're solving for y. 30 times 3 is 90. So for 3 gallons of gas, I get 90 miles. Without even setting up an equation, do we see a pattern here? Taylor. Go ahead, Taylor. What is it?
3.
What?
By 3s.
What's up by 3s?
By 30.
By 30. So we went from 0 to 30, 30 to 60, 60 to 90. So Taylor, what do you think our last number is going to be?
1200.
Not quite 1200.
I mean, I don't know.
120. Very good. How could I do that and show it with the equation? Y equals 30 over 1 times 4. Folks, we'll be spending a lot of time on this, especially tomorrow. Okay? Let's do another example.